You know that feeling that creeps up from deep within, telling you to go do something that will change the course of your life? And in spite of the fear and self-doubt, you go and do it anyway? That was me 10 years ago, as I set off to ride around the world on a motorcycle, living a semi-nomadic life, always trying to catch one last horizon. But for a long time now, I can't shake the feeling that maybe I've chased enough horizons. A hard realization when for the longest time, that's all I have ever known. To me, permanently stopping in one place always felt like being halfway dead. Or maybe I just like being able to move on before things ever got too real. But being on the road for so long taught me that having a sense of purpose, that's what actually keeps you from fading away. So that feeling deep from within started to creep up on me again. Maybe some things are a lifetime in the making, and you only find out when you finally get there. To rebuild a life in one place, I'm not sure if I can pull this off. But for now, I've seen all I'll ever need. Good day, people. My name is Pedro Mota, and today I'm returning to the country where I was born, after having moved away as a young child and growing up abroad. Back to the region where my ancestors lived, on the maternal side of my family, just outside the village that, once upon a time, my grandmother and her children had to leave due to hard times. This large stone gate marks the main entry to the property, that sits at an elevation of about 600 meters, with roughly 13 acres of land, around 5 or so hectares. Here I'm going to build a off-grid homestead on a centuries-old abandoned farm in the mountains, where there's no running water, electricity, or plumbing. There are several structures here, but the heart of it is this traditional stone cabin, also known as the Casa del Lavrador, meaning house of the farmer, or farmer's house, with thick walls made out of massive granite blocks. Stuck. It was likely built about 150 years ago, give or take less or more. And back then, the animals lived on the lower floor to provide heat, while the people lived upstairs. The attic was for drying the harvest or sleeping. The roof and upper floors collapsed years ago, and now I'm here to finally repair it. Which, when looking up from down here, feels like a daunting task. And beyond rebuilding the ruins, there's still a lot of other things to do, like clearing the land, building infrastructure, and growing food. The winters are cold and the summers brutally hot, though the land is fertile and the sun is plenty. On the road, I got used to living a simple life, and that's something that I want to keep doing. Because after years of being so far out there in the world, I just can't live in cities anymore. Sustaining myself here is going to be a challenge, especially at first. But the initial plan is to open up the area, set up a base camp, and secure water and electricity. It's a lot of work, but at some point, you just have to show up and start and see what happens. Over time, we'll explore these hills and peel back the layers of what was built here over the centuries. Because this used to be a prime vineyard with grapevines from top to bottom and some olive trees sprinkled in. And just the skill of the labor once put into shaping this land with stone is just staggering. Now it's my turn to get to work and restore some of that old glory. And I welcome you to come along on this journey. So here we are, life for the years to come. And I'm just thinking, where do we get started? There's so much to do. So much to explore, and I think I'll start out with unloading the motorcycle in a dry spot because this winter the weather has been crazy. Very wet, unpredictable. Cloudy day, becomes sunny, becomes cloudy. It's been interesting. So find a dry spot, which is hard. Lack of roofs, and those that are still intact sort of collapsing. There's that old red brick building with a concrete slab. I reckon we can put things there for now because we gotta start somewhere. Let's go. This is Atlas. We traveled over 2,000 kilometers to get here. And she's deserved her rest. You can see there's plenty of brush to clear, plenty to cut down. And that's what we'll start doing because We need to make a place to camp tonight. Here's everything unloaded from Atlas. She's going to be our workhorse for the months to come. And for now, things can stay here in this brick shed next to the furnace or oven, whatever it is, guarded by wasps. There's a nest out there. And I'm going to grab some tools nearby so that we can get started. It's all good. I'm pushing on a bit because it's already starting to get dark, and we also still have to find a camping spot for the night. I really still wanted to get something done today before it got dark, and we did. A nice spot set up the tent for this night. A lot of nice camp spots to find around here before we find a more permanent solution. morning. The first coffee here, brewing on the land. Nice. Had a good night's sleep. Even if it did get very cold at some point, probably around 4, 5 in the morning. Nights still get close to 0 here. But, slept real good with the sound of the creek, the sound of nature. Just makes for easy sleeping. And today, we're going to continue where we left off. Clearing the terrain around the ruin, around the other smaller ruins, open up, see what's going on there, create some space. Nice spot to set up the tent on higher ground. Because this here used to be vineyard, used to be olive trees, used to be mostly clear, all up the hill. And all these brambles, the bush, the grass, used to be an open space. Even up there with the trees, they started growing like 20, 30, 40 years ago. The pines and whatnot. This is really a place, once a human hand disappeared, nature took over, as it always does. But we're going to reclaim some of it back. Look at these beautiful orange trees, or mandarin trees, in full view again. It's one of my favorite things out here. Just fruit hanging about everywhere. And the last hour or so I felt like a liberator a bit. Getting the brambles out of these trees They are awful. Let's see. Still juicy enough. I get plenty of water in the winter, of course, of all the rains. But in the summer, these have not been watered for years. So not all oranges or trees are that great. They really need plenty of water through the summer. But we're gonna sort that out. Beautiful. Look at these awful things. Wow, it's pretty wild here. Look at all this glass. There's a tray of drinks, sumos, juice that was put here once upon a time. Porto Subreira. Oh, here's more. It's everywhere here. And it's been broken off. When I was down there, I got to this wall, I felt something against my neck. It's pretty sharp stuff. Could have been glass. Booby traps. Gotta watch out. Luckily I wasn't using the glass blade, the steel blade yet. That would have obliterated things if I was working up here. No, this was already like this. That's the snipping for today, the whacking, the bushwhacking. Winter days are still short and they get away from you fast. But we've been only using nylon now. I mostly want to do the grass stuff. And then once it's cleared up more, I'll bring out the blade. And it's also that I feel like a bit of an archaeologist uncovering. Oh look, string, you always find them again. Feel like an archaeologist uncovering undiscovered things, and you know, using the string is a pretty safer option. The blade just launches everything. You can encounter rocks, steel, glass, the grill. Yes, I got a steel brush. See if we can clear that up a bit, because it's made me hungry. Get a bit of the rust off. But this was a proper start, and this is what I want to do, because I feel now that I'm a, what do you call that? Bit of a steward now of this land. and I want to take care of it. I want to bring it back to its former glory. And there is a lot of glory underneath here. I can see it already. And the ruin, of course, well, that's something that with time will slowly get there. At the moment, it actually feels that I'm settling in a little bit. It's been trying to get things going while recording the whole experience, right? You know, all the things that you want to do. And then there's all the things that you don't know yet that you're going to do. And then there's also that things take time. From travel, from my experience in motorcycle travel, there's a well-known saying that goes, it's not about the destination, it's the journey. And it's kind of the thing here too. Yes, I have a destination, but there's quite a journey towards it. And once you reach that destination, there's still a journey after that. So over the many years on the road, out there in the world, I've come to learn to slow down the pace when needed, to get the head in order when it wants to push forward. Set real expectations. And also enjoy a little bit while you're on the way. I want to restore this in a better way, better quality, for it to stay upright twice as long, for the buildings to last, to make them safer, to make them stronger than they were before. And things in the style of the region, how it used to be, best as I can. Make things nicer, like this ugly brick building. But everything will have its purpose. This is the only place right now with a shelter. I would like to fix up this little shed here. Looks like a little stable, right? So that we can move things there, can get things done over there in the future.
Got him. It's amazing how a bit of bushwhacking already opens up the place more. The spaces become wider. You get new angles and new areas to sit around. And that's how it will slowly evolve.
like to do some clearing work here in the barn, but as you can see, the roof is a bit leaky and collapsing in parts, and the main beam here is not supported by anything anymore. So I'm gonna see if I can move one of these around. Don't know if this fire will hold. It's been starting to rain for the last hour and a half. Very faint drizzle. Now it's picking up again. Hopefully we make it till dinner. Cheers on the start of a beautiful restoration project. I've unveiled so many other little things again. Walls coming back, little stairs, things that I don't know what it is, but I'll have to show you still. And there's still whole backlands. The sound of the creek is never ending. And it still goes about 40 meters and more up. There's more I can show you there. A lot more. And now you can see the hill more here. The house sits on an elevation. Front door is actually on the top floor. But it feels good now to be working here. Feels like home. In the place where my ancestors used to roam and toil, work the land, so it feels a little bit like that. Different times for them, of course. It's interesting how then we come back right to that sort of thing, come to appreciate it more. And we'll do more, a lot more. Once this has opened up more, I want to start on that little shed there that I said before, to make it nicer, to have a place to work. And we'll work our way towards this, which needs to be cleared out completely with massive debris in there. You've seen it. I even collapsed through the old floor, as you saw on the drone shot. A lot to be done, a lot to show. Things I cleared up, interesting buildings I can still show. The region, fantastic region, fantastic country. A lot more to show. That's all I can think about for now. I've recorded so much that I don't know how I'm going to put all of this in a video. But I'll put some of it on the Patreon, some extra content about what's going on here. And maybe some of you would like to see what else happens around here. I'm going to have dinner. Take care. And might be a rainy night, but we'll see. Have a good evening. Or a good day, afternoon.